This is the Barbados Today morning news for Tuesday, May 2nd. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. It's a big day for over 3,000 students who are down to write the 11 plus exam today. Of that number, 1,680 are boys and 1,650 are girls, and they will sit the exam at 22 secondary schools across the island. 13 students requested permission to write the exam at 10 years old, but only 11 were approved. The Ministry of Education says 99 Class 3 students and 15 Class 4 students also requested deferrals until 2018. Of the Class 4 students, 7 were granted permission. 17 students have also been granted exemptions. 113 non-nationals will also write the exam. And there will be no classes for secondary school students today, as those facilities are being used as exam centers. And we wish all the students writing the 11 plus exam today all the best in your exam. In other news this morning, the General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Toni, has sent out a warning to government that the union will not remain silent while workers are being treated unfairly. Moore was responding to the recent charge by Housing and Lands Minister Dennis Kelman that opponents of the proposed Hyatt Hotel are enemies of the state. Kelman made the statement in Parliament last week, although he did not name any names directly. Addressing the annual May Day rally at Browns Beach yesterday, Moore said it is unfair that individuals who speak out against inequity are being branded enemies of the state.
Brothers and sisters, we are deemed enemies of the state for speaking out. But the enemy that we should be aware of and be afraid of is the enemy of our democracy. That which wishes to tell us that we can't see wrong and speak about it without fear of recrimination. So we must see backdoor methods being adopted in hotel construction, and we must be quiet. We must witness approvals to establish a new berth in the British Court, and we must see attempts to introduce new ways of doing things down in the port so that port work is no longer for port workers, and we can't say anything. We must not speak up and become enemies of the state.
The union leader pointed to the upcoming budget presentation, which is expected this month, in which she says Barbadians will be asked to make even further sacrifices.
How can government expect some of the lowest paid workers in the public sector to sacrifice more at the same time that they are grabbing and breaking for themselves? Who then are the real villains in the economy? Not the trade unions. We are fighting for your cause.
Trade union leaders have signed a productivity pledge as part of the observance of 2017 as the Year of Productivity. The leaders of 6 trade unions, the Barbados Workers Union, the National Union of Public Workers, the Barbados Union of Teachers, the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union, the Congress of Trade Unions and Staff Associations of Barbados, and the Barbados Nurses Association signed the document at the May Day rally at Browns Beach. Executive Director of the National Productivity Council, John Pilgrim, told the workers present that the push towards increased productivity will only be successful if individuals play their part.
As laborers, their management or employees, we need to recognize the crucial role we play in contributing to the productivity of our nation. Whatever we do, and even more importantly, what we fail to do, lay heavily in the balance on as either contributing to or distracting from productivity. And so, as I said earlier, let us ask ourselves some meaningful questions, those that help us practice the most productive behaviors. In this way, we can all be champions of productivity.
International Business Minister Donville Innes says the U.S. needs to put its own house in order before rating Barbados a major money laundering jurisdiction. Innes's comments come on the heels of the latest report from the U.S. that listed Barbados and several other Caribbean islands as money laundering countries. Government has dismissed the report, and Innes is now describing Barbados' inclusion on the list as unfair.
Others can cover only cover darkness. We don't do that. So international business, we might go there and we say to the world, we are not going to take your crap just like that. We're going to get here and not fight with you. but we are going to determine the rules of engagement. So therefore, it's taken a while, but we've now got to the point where we deem to be largely compliant by the Global Forum, and therefore in many respects respect internationally. But as I said before, it's a movement to a vote. You have little states, the United States of America, Illinois, who now decided to blacklist people. The United States of America, where more money laundering takes place in a small city like Miami on a daily basis than in the Caribbean on an annual basis.
Tourism officials are exploring the possibility of adding faith-based tourism to its package of attractions as the island seeks to increase its visitor numbers. Government Senator Irene Sandiford Garner made the announcement at a Gospel Fest Awards ceremony on the weekend.
Another aspect of this niche, which is currently being explored by the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, is the creation of what we're calling faith-based trails. These trails are intended to provide tour packages for those visitors who want to learn of our rich religious heritage and make a deeper connection with our history. There will be a trail created within historic Bridgetown, our World Heritage Site, to include the James Street Methodist Church, St. Mary's Church, St. Michael's Cathedral, and the Need Israel Synagogue. I am reliably informed that recent discussions were held with the Redevelopment Committee of Codrington College with a view to developing an Anglican Eastern Church Trail, which would incorporate churches in the east of the island. It is expected that these activities will generate commercial activity at the community level and provide visitors with invaluable information on the history of churches and the present-day life of the communities for whom they provide.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for 1 year, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody ain't want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put it down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back now with news from the region. Disaster management officials in Grenada are monitoring increased activity at the region's only submarine volcano, Kikamjeni. On Monday, there were at least 43 low-magnitude volcanic earthquakes over an 18-hour period. The National Disaster Management Agency in St. George's says it is continuing to collaborate with the Seismic Research Center of the University of the West Indies to monitor the situation. And disaster emergency officials here in Barbados are also keeping their eye on Kikamjeni. Director of the Department of Emergency Management, Kerry Hines, says they will issue updates as necessary. The alert level for the volcano is presently yellow, meaning it is restless. However, there are no tsunami watches or warnings in effect for the Caribbean. Kikamjeni was last active in 2015. On the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump says he would be honored to meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un under the right circumstances. A day after describing Kim Jong-un as a pretty smart cookie, Trump told Bloomberg that he would hold talks if appropriate. Those comments came amid escalating tensions between the two countries over North Korea's nuclear program. The White House says North Korea would need to meet several conditions before any meeting can take place between the two leaders.
People are saying, is he sane? I have no idea. I can tell you this, and a lot of people don't like when I say it, but he was a young man of 26 or 27 when he took over from his father, when his father died. He's dealing with obviously very tough people, in particular the generals and others. And at a very young age, he was able to assume power. A lot of people, I'm sure, tried to take that power away, whether it was his uncle or anybody else. and he was able to do it. So obviously he's a pretty smart cookie, but we have a situation that we just cannot let. We cannot let what's been going on for a long period of years continue. And frankly, this should have been done and taken care of by the Obama administration, should have been taken care of by the Bush administration, should have been taken care of by Clinton.
The White House says North Korea would need to meet several conditions before any meeting can take place between the two leaders. And that's news this morning. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune in to Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good morning.